I mean, there's just something about Dallas, Texas, man. The vibe, the rhythm, the freedoms. I moved here thinking it's just gonna be another city on the map, and now you couldn't drag me out of here if you wanted to. Listen, from the food to the culture to the way you can build a real community and still live big here, this place just hits different from day one, right? And today I'm gonna break down all the real reasons I'm staying put and why. And if you're thinking about making a move here as well, Dallas just might be your forever spot too. Listen, I know this might sound dramatic, but life in Dallas just hits on a whole different frequency, right? And once it clicks for you as well, it's really a wrap. You're gonna be locked in. It's not just about the weather, the space, or the cost of living, right? There's just this type of energy in the air, right? There's gonna be this rhythm that feels like everything's dialed up but still balanced, like it was built to help you win at life. And trust me, when I say everything is bigger out here, you're not ready for what that actually means. When people say everything in Texas is bigger, Dallas definitely took that to heart. Because this city, it not only went bigger, but somehow figured out a way to make it feel balanced all at the same time. So let's start with sports, right? You've got the Cowboys in Arlington with a stadium so massive it looks like a spaceship landed in the middle of the city. You've got the Mavs and the Stars taking over the American Airlines centers in downtown, and then you have FC Dallas holding it down in Frisco as well. And now with the World Cup on the way, sports aren't just games here, guys. They're events that literally shut down whole parts of the city. And then the food, right? Dallas has always had its own flavor, but now we've officially landed with the Michelin star restaurants, right? That means the world finally caught on to what the locals already knew about the DFW. Our food scene isn't just about Tex-Mex and barbecue anymore, it's world class. You've got the places in Lower Greenville and Bishop Arch that people are literally flying in for. Big recognition and bigger plates. Even the skyline is leveling up, guys. Every time you blink, there's a new billion-dollar development breaking ground. We're talking about the Trinity River Park is about to give us a green space bigger than most cities' entire downtowns. And then up in Frisco, I mean, they're building a $10 billion smart city called The Fields with golf resorts, shopping districts, and yeah, even the Universal theme park. We're talking about bigger playgrounds, bigger dreams, and even bigger ambitions. And when it comes to where you actually live, Dallas has options stacked on top of each other. We're talking about uptown high-rises with skyline views. You get the sprawling master plan communities in Prosper and Salina that really feel like cities in and of themselves. And then you can also have the lakeside living out in Rockwall, right? No matter what your vibe is, Dallas doesn't just give you choices, it gives you big choices. And that's why I say it hits different out here, right? Dallas doesn't do average by any means necessary. It's bigger sports, it's bigger food, it's bigger neighborhoods, it's bigger everything. And if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, okay, how do I even pick where I want to land in all of this, right? That's where me and my team come in, guys. If this is your first time to the channel, I'm Mark with the Dallas Relocation Guide, and we help people buy, sell, and relocate right here to the Dallas Metroplex. Listen, nobody's out here showing you the areas, giving you the on-the-ground type of information that you need to make such a big life decision. So if you're thinking about making a move, guys, feel free to reach out. All of our contact info is down in the description below and pinned to the top of the chat. Now, one of the main reasons I'm not ever going to leave Dallas is because I won't have to, right? This city grows with you. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out raising a family or looking to slow it down. Dallas has a lane for every season of your life. And the crazy part of it all is each stage comes with its own little flavor. I mean, are you a young professional? You're living in uptown, Deep Ellum, or Lower Greenville type of lifestyle. We're talking rooftop happy hours, late night tacos, live music around every corner, and yes, valet parking because Dallas loves to do that too. If you're moving into that stage of starting your family, make sure the north side of Dallas is on your list, right? Prosper, McKinney, Salina, Frisco. You've got master plan communities with pools that look like water parks, hiking trails, and schools built right into the neighborhood. It's not just houses, it's mini cities designed to make parenting a little less stressful. And then when you're ready to just slow it all the way down and just enjoy the good life, you got Rockwall on the Lake, Midlothian with its wide open spaces, and even places like Mansfield where the pace is calm and the golf courses are right there at your fingertips, and then your neighbors will wave at you when you drive by. Look, retirement doesn't mean boring, right? It means lake views, wineries, and a front porch that feels like a vacation. And that's the great thing about the DFW, right? Dallas doesn't make you pick a lane and stay there. It gives you options that evolve as you do, right? And that's what's really rare about a city this size and why so many people who move here, they stay for the long haul. But look, here's what really seals the deal for me, right? The lifestyle payoff. Dallas has that rare mix of old soul and new energy, and when you live here, you get the best of both worlds. Like take Deep Ellum, for instance. That neighborhood's been pumping music through the veins since the 1920s, right? Jazz, blues, live bands, and the smoky bars. But you fast forward to now, and you've still got the history, the murals, and the grit, but right down the street, you've also got the digital art pop-ups, craft cocktail lounges, and the Michelin-recognized restaurants. It doesn't have to be either or. You get to have both. And the same thing goes for downtown. You'll pass by the Dilly Plaza where history literally changed, and 2 blocks blocks later, you're in the AT&T Discovery District, standing in front of a 104-foot media wall that looks like Times Square got a Texas upgrade. Dallas really respects its roots, but it's always remixing them at the same time. Even the food scene really tells a story, right? You can grab a plate of brisket that tastes like your grandma's recipe, then turn around and sit down for a 10-course tasting menu in Bishop Arch that could compete in New York or Paris. Look, big flavors, big history, and big recognition now that the Michelin has finally showed up to our doorstep. And that's the lifestyle payoff that I'm talking about, guys. You don't have to choose between tradition and innovation, grit or glam, old and new. Dallas gives you both, and it's really blended in a way that makes everyday life just feel bigger. Like I said earlier, right? Dallas somehow found a balance, and we are all here for it. Now, here's something that I think Dallas really doesn't get enough credit for, and that's that you don't have to pick between city living and suburban peace, right? This is one of the only places where you can literally have both, and it actually works. Look, you can spend the afternoon grabbing sushi in Lower Greenville, catch a live band over in Bishop Arch, and maybe even swing by an art show in the Cedars. And then 20 minutes later, you're pulling into your driveway in Frisco, Mansfield, or Forney. Listen, no train transfers, no 90-minute crawl through traffic, just city energy when you want it and space when you need it. And that's really going to be Dallas in a nutshell, right? You've got uptown high-rises if you want the skyline views and valet at brunch, right? Or you got master plan communities with resort-style pools, parks, and the trails if you went to that suburban type of comfort. And the best part of it all, guys, both worlds are always within reach. Listen, I've lived in a few other places where you had to pick, either deal with the city noise and cramped apartments, or live an hour away in the suburbs and basically give your weekends to commuting. And Dallas just up and said, nah, dog, we blend it all. And check it, now that I brought you up on the areas to live around Dallas, I want to hear from you guys, right? What's your ideal neighborhood vibe? Are you more city sleek or suburban chill? I really want you to drop it in the comments. Listen, I'm curious, guys, where would you see yourself? And don't be shy about it, right? Tell me that exact spot if you already have an idea.
So I'm super excited to announce we just released our Reload Ready bundle. This is a bundle that gives you our knowledge of the Metroplex, the best areas, best food spots, best schools, and overall what to expect. And lastly, we're going to give you access to our preferred property list. This is when builders have inventory that they need to move. They call and give us first dibs. These are going to be those discounted properties you won't find on Realtor or Zillow.com. So if you want exclusive access, click the link below, become a part of our inner circle where we say less and pay less. Now, back to the video you were watching.
All right, so let's shift gears and talk about the quality of life a little bit, because this is the part that really sneaks up on you once you're living in Dallas, right? Your day-to-day life here just feels easier, lighter, and bigger all at the same time, right? First off, we're talking about the weather. Yeah, it gets hot. We're not going to pretend August isn't a sweaty mess, but 9 to 10 months out of the year, right, you've got that patio weather, the pool weather, the lake weather. I mean, all the weather, right? I got friends in Chicago who are still scraping ice off their cars in April while we're out here in shorts grilling burgers by the pool. And then there's what your money really gets you out here. In a lot of cities, you're dropping a mortgage-sized rent payment for a 700 square foot apartment with the view of a brick wall. But here in Dallas, that same type of money can get you a 4-bedroom home in a community with the pool, playgrounds, trails, the whole 9 yards. And if you don't really want to live in the city per se, you can still snag an uptown apartment with skyline views that won't bleed your wallet dry, right? And look, don't even get me started on the job market. Dallas is a magnet for opportunity, right? We're talking tech, healthcare, finance, you name it, it's out here. People move here chasing careers, but they stay because life outside of work is actually enjoyable. You're not losing 3 hours a day in traffic, you're not working just to pay rent, and you actually get time and space to live. And that's what the real payoff is going to be. More sun, more space, more balance. You wake up here and you realize, yeah, this is how life is supposed to feel, right? Listen, at the end of the day, here is the God honest truth, right? Dallas just feels like home, and I don't mean in some generic type of way, right? I mean the kind of home where life feels full, balanced, and bigger than you ever thought you could imagine. Listen, the other night we were at Clyde Warren Park, the kids and I were tossing the ball. There was a saxophone player over on the corner, food trucks lined up down the block. The skyline was glowing in the background, and I stopped for a second and just thought to myself, man, this is pretty fire, right? I can do this every day if I want to. This was the life that I wanted 10 years ago. This is the life I planned for, and now I am actually living that existence. Dallas is just one of those cities that checked every single box, and I didn't even know I had it. We're talking about community, opportunities, culture, space to grow, fun on the weekends, and the future I can actually see myself in. That's when people really start to ask themselves, would you ever move back or move anywhere else? And the answer is simple, guys. Nah, I'm here. This is gonna be it. I don't care if you say the grass is greener on the other side, I'm not leaving. And listen, guys, that's why I chose Dallas, and that's why I'm here, right? And if you're thinking about making a move yourself, you should be here too, right? If Dallas is even on your radar, don't try to figure it out all on your own, right? My real estate team and I, we help families and professionals make the move here every single week, and we'd love to help you as well, right? So if you're thinking about making that move, guys, all of our contact info is down in the description below and then pinned up there to the chat, right? But look, the great thing is you don't have to stop here, right? If you're serious about learning what life in Dallas is really like, I've got entire playlists like Netflix that you can binge watch. I go over the best neighborhoods, the hidden gems, and everything that you need to know. And all you'll have to do is just check those out right there.